So how long ago do you know about us? How long ago? Give me Psalms 119:59. Huh? 3 years ago? Oh my God! Sis, I know everybody has a time for the calling of God, but I gotta show you something. Read this. 119 and verse 59 and 60.
The book of Psalms, chapter 119 and verse 59. I thought on my ways.
I thought on my ways. What are the ways of the people? Your ways, my ways, they're folly. That's why we have to come to the knowledge of this Bible, because our own minds can betray us. We're going to read that later. Read.
And turned my feet unto thy testimony.
And turned my feet unto what the Bible says. Read.
I made haste.
I made haste. No. I took my time.
I made haste.
I waited 3 years.
I made haste.
I waited 3 more years.
I made haste.
I made haste. Haste. Quick. Read.
And delayed not to keep.
I didn't wait.
To keep thy commandments.
To keep the commandments of God. Now let's read one of the commandments. Timothy 2:9, and read down. We're going to read what the Bible says about you, because you have to know this. You are not just an African person. This is a lie. Here, look at here. Look here. Can you read this? Can you read it? Okay, that's okay. Listen, it says that what we are teaching is this. The Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans are the people of God.
That's right.
We are the true Israelites that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
All right? So, according to the Bible, you are from the tribe of Judah. Blacks, Americans are from the tribe of Judah. So now, sis, let's see what your behavior and your looks and everything has to be once you know these things. Read that.
The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 2 and verse 9. In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
Women have to adorn themselves, dress in modest apparel. Read that.
With shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broided hair, or gold, or pearls, or costly array.
Now, what does that mean? We are not saying, sis, don't do your hair, don't get jewelry. We're not saying any of that. That's crazy, because women like to do that stuff. But what he's saying is, pay more attention to what your spirit is projecting, and your appearance as a woman, because you have to teach, you have to be an example for other women too, because you are of age enough, you have enough experience to teach other people how to behave. Because tell me, how do you think that is important today? Huh? Why? But you know why too? Because other people it's okay. Other people are looking at you, other little girls. What's gonna happen? If we don't stop it, other people, they're gonna continue the cycle. That's why there are so many households that have no value, because the women, they don't know what they're doing. They get attention from the wrong men because they are dressed in a way that's causing them to like them, but not for the right reasons. If a man likes you really and takes you seriously, even if you're not showing your body, he's going to cleave onto you. He's gonna be like he's gonna show care for you, and the care he's gonna have in the attraction is gonna be different than the one that sees like some parts of your body or whatever. You know what I mean? So that makes sense, right? And the Bible is saying it, right? Okay, read that.
But which becometh women professing godliness with good works.
Good works, meaning be about what the Bible is telling you to do. So read.
Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man.
This is very important, because like this you can identify what the churches today are doing, and they are fake religions. How do you know? They don't obey the Bible, because you see women pastors, and you see women not respecting their men in the households. When we say subjection, we're talking about meekness. we're not saying like we're gonna treat them like bad or anything like that. What we're saying is like you have to be. That's the order that God gave. Go to the order. That's the order that God gave to the men. But you have to show all these things to be an example because you are an special people. And if nobody tells you, you're gonna continue to think that you are just whatever. No, you are way more than that.
Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man.
So the man is the head of the woman, and we have to be under subjection to Christ, to whatever it says in this Bible.
And the head of Christ is God.
And the head of Christ is God. So God the Father is Christ's boss. Christ is the boss of the man, and then the man is the head of the woman, or the boss of the woman. Down. And you know you have to wear fringes, right? You want? Huh? You know you have to wear fringes. Give me fringes instead. You know we have to wear this. See what I have? We all do. We have fringes here. See? This is for, okay, that's good. So now what he has to do, we read it right now. He's got to congregate. Because if the man is not right, si el hombre no está correcto, then la mujer no va a poder seguir. We are supposed to be the leaders, like it says in the Bible. But if the man is not right, the woman cannot follow. So the man is the one we attack first. I'm just talking about this right now because you're here. You know what I mean? And we have appreciation for the women. We take care of them, you know. In our congregation, we have many women, many little girls, and we don't want them to fall into the same trap that this society is telling them. You know what I mean? It's sad. You see little girls, like I grew up watching 15, 16-year-old girls already with AIDS, with their life sentence because of this. But read this quickly.
Book of Numbers, chapter 15 and verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations.
So forever. So the sons of the sons of the sons of your sons, they have to keep the commandments and wear the fringes, because the fringes are for what?
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue. And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments.
That is the purpose of us having fringes. Because when you read up the story, it was a man on the Sabbath day, he cooked and he made a mistake and they had to put him to death. And then from then God said, okay, I'm gonna give them this law so they keep fringes. So when they look down, they remember, oh shoot, I gotta remember the commandments. What commandment am I breaking? You know? And stuff like that. Now, give me Hebrews 13 and 4. Because this is why we have the problems we have in the household. The easiest and fastest way to destroy a nation, a whole nation, is with the family. Because the family is the pillar of any nation. So, if we don't have strong households, what do you think is going to happen to us? We're going to be destroyed. And this is not by a chance. This is not by coincidence. This is by default. Why do you think projects are called projects? Because it was a project that they had. Some people already planned this for us. Read this.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 13 and verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled. But whoremongers and adulterers God will judge.
So all these men, all the women that are around anywhere, sleeping with a man or a woman, you know, from bed to bed, not marrying, not doing what they're supposed to do, God is going to judge them with Deuteronomy 28:61. This is how God says He's going to judge them. And I'm going to show you. And God's judgment is no joke. It's a very, very serious thing. Listen to this.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 61. Also every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law.
Chlamydia, blue waffle, there's so many AIDS, They are not in the Bible. But he says, what?
Also every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law,
Plague is another word for disease. Read.
them will the Lord bring upon thee until thou be destroyed.
What does the AIDS do? AIDS destroys people, destroys family. It's a very sad thing. So, but that is judgment, because don't get me wrong, all of us were in those lives before, but we repented. When we heard the word, we repented and stopped doing it, because we have to understand what God requires of us. Give me Deuteronomy 10. God requires, once you know you are from the tribe of Judah, like you told me, now there's steps that you have to keep, and you have to do. Trust me, once you start keeping these laws, you're gonna be better, you're gonna feel better, everything's gonna flourish in your life. I'm telling you. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 10 and verse 12. And now, Israel,
now, Tamara, that you know you are Israel,
what doth the Lord thy God require of thee?
What does God want from you?
But to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
With all your heart is with all your strength, and all the strength, and everything you do, try to keep these commandments. That's what the Bible says.
To keep the commandments of the Lord.
This is how you love him, and this is how you fear him. So now, go to John 14:15, quickly. To love God and to fear him is to say, oh my God. Examine yourself, do moral inventory of what you're doing wrong, what you might not be doing right, whatever, right? And say, you know what, I have to stop, because God is gonna kill me for it. Because right now, we have a moment of grace. A moment of grace, it means like a credit card. You spend, you tap it. But then, at the end of the month, we have to pay for that. It's a bill that we have to pay. So the only difference is that Christ doesn't tell you when the bill is coming. So that's why it's very scary. Because if you come tomorrow, me, myself, I need to be ready. You need to be ready. So my job is here to tell you, like a watchman, so you can get your life better. Trust me, when we do things the way we want, it's never gonna work. That's why they try to do movements like to unify the people of God, this and that. It doesn't work, because God says the only way is through keeping the commandments. There's no other way of salvation, no other way. And the churches are not showing that today. Read.
The book of John, chapter 14 and verse 15. If you love me, keep my commandments.
That's very simple to understand. Now, I'm putting a decision. This is decision between you and God. Not me, I'm just the messenger. Because Ezekiel 3, we are just here to show that the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, who they are, and that they have to keep the commandments of God if they want to get the kingdom. Because there's no other way, sis. It's just that in slavery, you tell me this happened, right? This is true. So that proves what? That the Bible is a book of prophecy, it's a book of laws, and it's a book of laws and nationality. God only deals with the nation of Israel. He doesn't care about any other nation. Only the nation of Israel. Only.
What is a nation?
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word